The Resource Center for Human Rights and Civic Education, CHRICED, has called on the federal government to address the numerous agitations of the original inhabitants of the Federal Capital Territory. The Executive Director of CHRICED, Dr. Ibrahim Zikirullahi, made this known while speaking to the newsmen at an event in Abuja to commemorate the United Nations International Day of Indigenous People. Zikirullahi says the original inhabitants of the FCT must not get tired of demanding for their rights from the federal government as they continue the fight for justice.
Today, the original inhabitants are stateless. They are landless. They don't have representative in the federal cabinet. And of course, even their children, they don't have state they can call their own. If they go to school to register, when they feel FCT, they will tell them there is no state like FCT. They either feel Nasarawa or Niger State. So this is the discrimination that they have been suffering over time. Today, the lawmakers we have are those that feel that it advanced their cause, because some of them, they are lobbying, even as 2023 is coming now, some are already lobbying to be minister of FCT. So that is all those 100 million naira tickets and the rest. It was to trade off some of those negotiations. And that is why we are asking the original inhabitants to sit up. They have to sit up because even the law says that every state or federation should have representative in the federal cabinet. And you now see some states having two. The president will appoint one, and then the state will appoint one. But the original inhabitants are left. They will steal the money in the FCT and go and use it to contest governorship election in their own respective state. We have seen it. We have seen how many of them, a number of them, once they leave FCT, some have even served up to 8 years as minister here, and the next thing they go and serve another 8 years as governor of their state. And a citizen, that is original inhabitant, doesn't even have that opportunity. That right has been denied for him to vote, elect a governor or a member of a state assembly. They don't have state assembly, and they said the National Assembly should make law for them. And today, they are only represented by one person, one member in the Senate, and two in the House of Rep.
You need to see the difference between the Gariki that we know and the Gariki village that is in the existence. Some of us know Kuje because we pass through Kuje to the way to the airport. But when you go to certain communities like Godoji community that is in Kuje, for instance, basic water they don't have. We visited the Godoji community, and the source of water they have is a pond. And let me shock you that source of water, where that water is, has been given to somebody, sold to somebody. And the person is right now in the process of fencing it off. As soon as that water is fenced off, it means that the people in Godoji community may not have access to even that pond water to drink. There's Ushafa. We all hear about Ushafa. We all know that water board works. In some of our homes, we just turn on the tap and the tap comes on. The people from the water board, they come to collect money from us. Water is brought from the Shafa Dam, but the people in the Shafa community don't have potable water. So that is how bad the issues are, and that is why it's important that everybody must jump on this issue and ensure that the right things are done.
It affects the people, the social psyche of the citizens. The FCT people are seriously demoralized. We are empty. We feel we don't belong. You get my point? And when you are in that position, tell me, how do you feel? You don't belong. You feel empty. You feel dismembered. It means you are nobody. So if you are nobody in your own country, then where will you be? Where will you actually be somebody? In your own country, you are empty. Where will you belong? Okay? There is no, in the entire capital city here where you have, there is no FCT indigenous that reside here. They are always being pushed to the wall. Each time development catches up with our community, they are removed. So you keep sending them to the bush. Where will you send them finally to? And that is the emptiness. And we are saying, attend to them now. Okay? When you attend to them and find solution to them, let them feel a sense of belonging. They may not get it all any longer because they have lost everything. But allow them to have certain things so that they can feel a sense of belonging. When you do that, their social right is protected, their political right is defined, they feel they can elect one or two things to represent them, they feel they can have a member in the Federal Executive Council where you and me from others they have a member that meet on a weekly basis to determine what goes to their state or what goes to the ministry. The people they are not part of it. They feel disorganized. They are nobody in their own land. This is our concern. And I think the federal government, and that's why I say Nigeria owe it a duty now to take up the responsibility.